woman named Samantha Elauf, I guess, Elauf, it's hard to pronounce the last name, said the guy named Cenk Uygur. Anyway, went to an interview for Abercrombie Fitch. She was wearing a hijab at the time, and she felt hijabbed. And she didn't get the job. She thinks it was because of her religion, so she sued. Now, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission agreed with her, and they filed a suit on her behalf, actually, and she won. The jury awarded her $20,000. This made it all the way up to the Supreme Court. Now, on the Supreme Court, you've got, actually, to be honest, religious zealots. They're in the majority, the conservatives, the right-wingers. But they are Christians, and they often vote in favor of religious freedom. Now, will they do that in the case of a Muslim woman who was sued? The answer turned out to be yes. Interesting. But I still disagree with them because I don't believe this is an issue of religious freedom. Okay, first let me tell you what they did. The justice said that the employers generally have to accommodate job applicants and employees with religious needs if the employer at least has an idea that such accommodation is necessary. So in this case, even though they didn't talk about her religion in the interview, Scalia, who wrote the majority opinion, believe it or not, said, look, they knew that her garb was related to her religion and hence were discriminating against her based on her religion. Now, I think Scalia is obviously setting this up so that he could also vote in favor of religious freedom for Christians to do whatever they want in their own interpretation of the religion. I like that Alito agreed and disagreed in parts. He voted with Scalia, but he wrote a different opinion, basically saying like, I mean, I guess I agree with religious freedom, but really? We're going to give it to Muslims too? Now, he didn't say that. I'm exaggerating a little bit. Clarence Thomas, by the way, I'm amused by this, dissented. He's like, no. All those other cases where I was like, religious freedom. No, that was Christians. This Muslim, I'm not going to give it to a Muslim. No way. He dissented. He's unbelievable. Anyway, so now why do I disagree with the conservative justices here? For the same reasons that I disagree with them when it comes to Christian so-called religious freedom. I'm actually in favor of religious freedom. I believe that, by the way, atheists, agnostics, etc., should have the same kind of freedoms here in this country. But you don't get to say, oh, because of my religion, I'm not going to, I want a job, but I'm not going to do parts of that job. So, for example, we've talked about a case in Minnesota where Muslims were saying, I won't serve at a cash register where I have to deal with ham and bacon. Well, dude, then you're going to have to go get another job. I can't have somebody be like, oh, okay, that's the non-ham and bacon line. There are many jobs in the country, you can get those. Equally for Christians, you can't say, hey, you know what, I've got religious freedom to discriminate against you. I know by law I have to serve everybody that comes into my restaurant or anybody that orders a cake from me. But if you're gay, I don't like you. Part of my religious freedom is to discriminate against you, so get out of my restaurant and no, I won't bake you a cake, right? I don't think that's part of religious freedom. I think the justices are wrong about that, whether it's a Christian or a Muslim. And in this case, the position that Samantha was applying for was, quote, a model position. Not as in model citizen, but as in a model based on how you look. And they thought she didn't look the part. Now, not based on her attractiveness, but on her appearance. So what is the appearance that they're going for? They're going for, quote, East Coast collegiate or preppy style. Now, that's not my style. You guys are very aware of that. Abercrombie & Fitch annoys me. Like when I walk past them, they've got those obnoxious people who are nearly naked, who are standing out front with their six-pack and the other girl doing whatever. The guy's usually more unclothed than the girl, and they're like, hey, I'm from Abercrombie & Fitch. And like, but they don't want me as a customer. I don't want to be their customer. I got no love for them. But they got a right to do their business in the way that they want. That's the look they're going for. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of Samantha here, right? So this is her in her hijab. Lovely, lovely. But it's not the look they're going for. So you can't say, all right, I want the job, even though that my employer clearly thinks that I'm not right for the job. I mean, some weird things like coming to me saying I'm going to, and maybe I'm biased here because I'm an employer, right? In this context, I am. Okay, Cenk, I'd like to be a talk show host on the Young Turks Network, except I'm not going to talk. Okay, what am I going to do with you, right? Oh, it's my religious objection to talking. Okay, then get a non-talking job. Look, what if this dude showed up and said, okay, I'd like to serve as a model for Abercrombie & Fitch. Hey, I love you, brother, but I can't have it, man. I can't have it. That's not the look we're going for. Or how about this lady standing in front of an Abercrombie & Fitch? Bless your heart. Look, that's somebody's mom and grandmother. She's probably a lovely person, but it ain't East Coast collegiate or preppy style. I mean, I suppose you can make Samantha's hijab look super East Coast collegiate and preppy, but then you're asking the employer to do something that they don't do. They don't sell hijabs there, and they want people looking like the products that they are selling. No, I disagree. I don't think this is religious freedom. I know a lot of you will disagree with me on this. It's a fair debate, but to me, we've got to protect all the religions. We certainly have to protect all the citizens of this country and treat them equally. But at the same time, you don't have a right to any damn job you like and say, you've got to twist the job around my religion and my interpretation of my religion and the garb of my religion. I think that's a bridge too far. I disagree with the justices, and although I'm sure Samantha is a lovely woman who would be great at many, many jobs, I don't think that this was the right job for her. That's not me saying it, that's Abercrombie & Fitch originally saying it, and I've got to trust that employer's judgment on that. Now, by the way, for those of you who disagree with me, you should celebrate because she won a bigger victory than you realize, not just at the Supreme Court, but Abercrombie has since then changed its policy on headscarves and has settled similar lawsuits elsewhere. So she won. Now you can wear a headscarf and whatever else I suppose you like at Abercrombie & Fitch, and that just makes no sense to me whatsoever.